So today's little job, or the next stage, is we're going to chip this lot. And obviously this is the kind of thing you'd normally use, but if you're doing anything at sort of scale, it's just not man enough. So this is our first chipper, and I've probably not used this in 10 years. I don't know why I still got it really, but however, this is okay for like normal sized garden stuff. But yeah, it's not going to do what we need to do. Now obviously that thing's just not going to cut it, so for a start, most of these are 2 inches, 2.5 inches, some of them, so it wouldn't fit through. And the next problem is volume. It will take you a month for Sundays to get this, just this lot here, and this is what, I don't know, 15% maybe of what's going to actually come down branch wise. So you need something a little bit bigger. Ideally, you'd get one of these big track monsters that you could stick great big sort of 5-6 inch branches through. But I chop them up because they're useful to people, so they can, you can have them for burning. So I want to do the small stuff anyway. And obviously to hire one of them or to buy one of them, you're looking, I don't know, was it 15 grand? You're not going to do it, are you? Unless you're doing it professionally, getting paid for it. There's just no point. It doesn't make financial sense. And to hire one, I think it's a couple £100 for a weekend, and then you've got to arrange it for the weekend you need to do it on, and if you haven't got the weather, then that's kind of a waste of a weekend. So ideally you want something in between, something that's not going to break the bank, but it's going to do a lot more flow or not more volume than that little Bosch thing. The Bosch thing's all right. If you've got a small garden, they're perfect because you can just pack it away somewhere. It's quite small, runs off electric, easy to maintain. It's simple, but we need something a little bit bigger, and it makes sense to own it because this will be the 6th time. What are we? April now. The 6th time I think I've been doing chipping this year because of all the damage and the deadfall that comes down. So to keep hiring it for a weekend, it would have paid for what I actually ended up getting. So this is what we bought. It's a Hyundai, what's it? HYCH1500E-2. There you go. We've had this probably 4 or 5 years, something like that. And obviously, like this year alone, I've had maybe 6 instances where I've been over weekends or over a couple of days chipping. So if I'd been hiring one, it would have cost more than what this cost. I think this cost about £1,500, something like that. I can't really remember, but it's not the all singing, all dancing, tracked, auto feed machine that I'd like to have, but it's got 15 grand to have one of them sitting around doing nothing most of the time. But however, after 4 years, there's things I like about it and there's things I don't. From a like point of view, it's fairly compact. It'll fit through a garden gate. It's fairly narrow, but then that's the downside. It's quite top heavy, so it's unstable. I have rolled this thing, pulling it behind a ride-on mower, twisted all the towing neck up and everything, but it's just because the track isn't wide enough. So a modification, if I was going to tow it a lot, which I may do, is widen it, probably put 6-8 inches either side, make it a bit more stable for towing. The chute's plenty big enough. It's got grab handles for manoeuvring it. You can get quite a lot of material in here fairly quickly. This is a safety cutout, which is a good idea, so you don't get sucked into the machine. But every time you get a bit of a tricky branch, it'll trip the machine, and the reset, when you're wearing gloves, is a tiny little pin. I'll show you that, a tiny little pin. It's really annoying. I noticed on the newer ones, they've put like a, like a machine stop switch, the twist big red button. You hit that. I think that would be a better idea than this. This works, but to reset it, you get a lot of nuisance trips. Blade wise, I've literally just, the last time I used it, I took the blades off and they're reversible, flipped them around, but that's only because this thing again, one of the bolts came off. So the bolt came off, it went through the machine. So obviously the blades didn't like it, but up until then, there was hardly any wear on them at all, so it was doing really well. This is adjustable, you can kind of turn it. It's got like slots, so you have to undo it. It would be nicer if it was just like a lever you pulled, unlock it and twisted it, but to be fair, because it's so small, you can just twist it and direct it where you need to go. But other than that, it's been great. as I say, it's worked out a lot cheaper over the years we've had it to hire a machine in a bigger, or it'd be a bigger one, you'd be able to do more material. But for the stuff we have, we're kind of in that little mid spot. The small one's too small, and the large one just make financial sense to have it. But other than that, I mean, servicing wise, it's fairly cheap to get. I think it's 50 quid for a service kit, which includes the new belts. Engine seems to be fine. The battery, has got an electric start on it, but because there's quite a lot of periods between usage, the battery's dead now really. So I have to hand start it or pull start it every time. But other than that, them little niggles, it's quite a good machine. A little bit wider, and maybe with a stop button, but they do. I think there's another model above this now, which this is rated at 4 inches, so we never stick anything sort of more than 3 through it. But the newer one, I think, can do 4.5. They do this one as well, still, but there's a slightly model up, and this one's got like a drum that rotates, and I think the newer model's got a big sort of circular flywheel almost, so maybe it's got a bit more heft to it. But other than that, no, it's fine. But let's chuck some branches through it, shall we? See what all this fuss is about. One thing I have done recently, I haven't used it, or I haven't tested it yet, is, I don't know if you're going to see this, but where the drum is, to the left and the right, there's like a metal plate, and it bolts in here. So there's like a big plate, and it's just to stop, well, I'm guessing it's just to stop material going down the side of that drum, which is fine, but it's a sharp right angle, so you spend a lot of time when you're pushing stuff down, it catches on that, and then you have to keep repositioning it because it just won't glance off it. So all I did is I took them out and put a 45-degree chamfer on it, sort of rolled the edge. So hopefully now I won't have that problem, or it won't be as bad. But that's the only little niggle. So that, them plates, Canadian geese, them plates and this kill switch, it's just too small. If it was bigger or a lever, you could just grab hold of it, because when you've got a nuisance trip, you just want to reset it, otherwise it cuts the engine and then you have to go and pull it again. Let's try and get rid of some of this. I've chopped as many as I can so they're more straight, because obviously if you get some funny sort of branches, this is probably, I don't know, 2 foot wide, maybe just under, I can't remember the exact dimensions. But if it's sort of, there's like a 90 degree, it'll wedge in here, and then if you push it, you force it in, it'll get stuck on these, so you have to kind of break the branches. So ideally you go through it first, trim off all the sticky out bits. It'll take, you'll see there's some big long ones in there, and it'll just swallow them up. But let's start feeding stuff through this. Hopefully it should start. Might get a bit noisy, it's the, so I don't know what you're going to hear. Oh, turn the choke off a bit previous. What I like to do is let it warm up a bit as well, so I'll leave it idling for a bit. I don't know how loud that is, but the first thing that went through, it's been dead for a while, probably it's been laying there for a couple of years, so it's quite hard. And then the second one, I don't know if you noticed, it went through a lot easier. That's green. That got chopped down yesterday. So yeah, it will take the hard stuff, but you just have to feed it through a bit more gently. Take the big stuff. Currently 15 minutes in, started just about 10:30 and it's nearly 11:15. And that's half the pile gone. And it's like the big stuff as well, so hopefully this will be a little bit quicker. Where are we now? 10:52. So that's how long it's taken. So this is probably the biggest one. Last, saved it for last. There we go, half an hour is it? Something like that. Not bad going. All gone. Now let it run for a couple of minutes just on idle for a couple of things. Let it cool down a bit, but obviously you want to make sure this chute is completely empty. So I didn't do it the other day, and there's a little twig, which is fine until you try and start it, and it just locks up. So then you have to take the chute off, move it out of the way, and try and put the blades around to get the stupid little twig out. So you let it run, make sure this chute is clear before you turn it off. But there we go. That's our little Hyundai chipper shredder. Made light work of that, which is just as well because there's plenty of it. I'll carry on cutting the rest of this tree down now. I don't know how I'm going to set this video out, whether this is going to be one massive beast or whether I just do a big long one or chop it up into sections. I don't know really, but I'm taking this tree down on my own. And it's a big bugger. Look at this. I don't know if you can get the scale of how high that thing is, but for scale purposes, if I'm going to stand next to it, if I can get over there without falling over. And obviously I'm 6'5" or 5'7". So yeah, it's a scary prospect, but it's got to be done. The thing's knackered. But anyway, this is the short shredder video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, help me grow the channel. See you on the next one. And if it's not, if you're halfway through the 2 hour long me chopping a tree down video, well done for getting this far, because you're probably an hour in, I should imagine.